All right, what I can currently see. I was given a bunch of mislabels of what I am and what everything is. Waking up to those labels, they were basically an illusion, uh, a fictional. It's like living in a fairy tale land while actuality is happening. Like Santa Claus is always watching you and he's in charge of you. Living like that while that's not actually happening. Something else is happening. So waking up to the illusions and having experienced love, hate, traumas while being under the spell of the mislabels, overcoming those, the triggers, right, from the past. Coming out of these illusions, these fictions, and getting the more I do that, coming out of the illusions and the fictions and being affected uh, by parts of me that were affected while under that spell, getting over all that, I see that I have a connection to something that is base rooted, and it seems to be able to affect my surroundings. This is what I can see so far. Most people probably do not have souls. They're meat, sentient, like they're able to complex think to a certain degree, but they're just driven by what's at the base root of them. They're just driven by like programs or something. And one of the things is they're malfunctioning. Now, I've always had a way to affect them and my surroundings, but when I was under the spells and any part of me that still might be affected from when I was under the spell keeps me from the knowingness that I have something at the base root that can affect things around here. So the point is get over that part because it's a mislabel anyways. It was like a narrative for some reason. The soulless. You could also say like the meek. And for some reason, it appears that they were put in charge, maybe for some reason, for a little bit. And sometimes I see like the whatever is at the end of the dogma would be Christianity, Judaism, science. It's obey, submit. Thou shalt not question, thou shalt not know, thou shalt not live. It's one dogma. But whatever is at the end of it, I've often seen like it's like a black hole, and it's like in a being like this kind of entity, or you'd say maybe system that appears that like it's like truly actually living, like it often has tried to appear, has given the presentation of being powerful, but really there's nothing at its core. It's just a bottomless pit. And maybe that's where all the energy has been going from us, actual living, like soul. And, anyways, its children are most of the people that are surrounding us. If you say with your energies, like tell yourself, any energy that it takes from me will wind up being poison to it. That does something. I'm telling you, if you're a living soul, get out of the narratives that they told you and start to see and feel that you have connection to the base root of everything. See, like most people, and this whatever's at the end of this dogma, they don't have the base root. Everything's changing out from underneath them, and it's like we can do it. They're just kind of like a paint on the building, but they're not the building itself. We are, or I am. Oh. The Georgia Guidestones, they say something like 500,000 people for the plane T, like flat plane. I don't know, but maybe that's not the amount of the living souls, but that's like a healthy balance for the living souls here, or the parts of the collective that is actually like, if there is just one true being and this is its dream, the parts that's choosing to express itself from, and where the energy comes from, um, and it's infinite. It's not exhaustible, but it can be overstretched in certain periods of time. Like you can't deplete it, but you can use like have too many devices plugged into one socket. So, anyways, the Georgia Guidestones, like the 500,000. That's not the amount of like the actual living, but it's like it'd be actually a fraction of that probably. But the extra people, the extra like meat robots with sentient thought, but just no soul really, making up the filler because you can't have someone to talk to, right? Even in your dreams. at night. Or something else is going on. I think that's the thing. The people are going to make it are the ones that can handle and actually go through. I mean, like, say, especially what's been happening past year or two, it's obviously something's up. And so, things are changing. And everything is consciousness, is matter, whatever. And just like chaos magic, they say something like everything's permitted, like anything is possible. So those that can handle that everything is base and subject to a continuum. Everything. It's energy, it's always flowing. So you could be going from a planet 1 year where you are the only living soul, maybe, or something like that. And then all of a sudden, next year, you're there's 16 souls, or what you know what I'm saying is like it can flux, it can move. Its space is subject to a continuum. Anything is possible. The consciousness, the being, whatever the being is that can handle that, will survive and become powerful. And we will see.